My beloved child, come close and listen carefully. What I am about to tell you is meant especially for you. Not for everyone else, not for the crowd, but for you, the one hearing these words right now. You are not here by accident. There are no accidents in the story. I am writing through your life. This moment was planned for a long time before you learned how to call my name. It was a part of your life before your journey even started. I'm here. You are hearing me. I promise you with all the love in the world that something amazing has already happened in your life. The realm of the unseen has been stirred up to help you. No one, no enemy plan, and no voice of doubt will ever be able to close this door. It opened up because of you. Because you didn't give up when it seemed impossible to believe. Because you stayed obedient. Even though it cost you more than you thought you could give. Because you finally had the courage and trust to give up. You did it, my dear child. You crossed the path I had been showing you. You put out what needed to be put out. You believed me even though you didn't know what would happen. It would have been easier and much less painful for you to walk away instead of obeying. And that choice, that quiet, pricey act of giving up moved heaven itself. One choice changed everything for the better forever. Please say Amen, if you agree. What you thought was a private choice that no one else knew about turned into a big announcement in heaven. Angels thought about it. Fear spread through the enemy and my heart was filled with a joy that words can't fully describe. At that very moment, I talked about your life. Now is the time. It's time now. Now is the time to release. Not after. Not one day. Right now. That's exactly what the word I'm giving you today says. You are being deeply planted with it so that it can grow roots and bring you a harvest that will amaze you. You have been my child for a long time. And there were times when your trust in me was put to the test. I know the nights. I remember the quiet prayers you said to God, not sure if anyone heard. There were times when you woke up in the morning carrying things that weren't meant to be on your shoulders. And I remember the afternoons when you were so tired that you wondered if anything would ever really change. You kept waiting even though the wait was getting annoying. You kept going even when it took everything you had. Somehow you held on to me even though you couldn't feel my hand on yours. Still, each of those times was like planting a seed for your future. A seed that is now starting to grow. It was a seed that time the enemy and silence could not destroy or steal. You have reached the point where your hidden obedience turns into a blessing that you can see. The place where quiet tears turn into strong testimony. There is a place where waiting leads to fulfillment that is so full and beyond your wildest dreams that you will stand in the middle of it and be thankful and amazed. In the realm of the unseen, something has changed. It has moved all the way around and will stay that way. My dear child, I want you to know that I was always close to you during those years of waiting. I want you to understand it as well as heaven itself. Not even for a second. I never stopped hearing your cries. I never forgot about your pain. I saw each tear and picked them up. I heard every sigh, every prayer that wasn't finished, and every groan that was too deep to put into words. I could remember all of them. I saw you go to places where you felt you weren't seen or cared about. And I told your spirit, I see you. I know you. I haven't forgotten about you. It was always true. Even when you didn't believe that whisper or thought it was too small to be heard over the noise of being alone, it was true. It was my voice. As you waited, I worked behind the scenes of time, putting things together with such care and accuracy that you would be amazed if you could see it now. I put people in places where their paths would cross with yours at just the right time. I was putting together opportunities that are perfect for you. I broke chains that you didn't even know were there. I was taking down walls that were getting in the way of what I wanted to do with your life. I was shutting doors that you really needed to be opened. There were doors that looked good from the outside but were actually dangerous. My silence never meant I was leaving you. For me, the delay was never rejection. What seemed like a break was actually one of the busiest times in your life for preparation. Say, I trust you if you believe. Now, beloved child, the time has come for you to obey. Giving up has met preparation. The time to harvest has come for the seed. You can clearly tell that what is coming into your life from now on is from heaven. I need you to know how very bad what you did is for your soul. It said that when you chose faith over fear, things changed in the unseen world that no human instrument could ever measure. When you obeyed instead of staying in old habits that were easy for you, you weakened the plans that were made to hurt your future. You let me into your life in a way that words alone could never do. When you gave up control instead of holding on tight. Can you see it now? That moment you thought wasn't important. You thought that choice was not important. Getting rid of anger that had been building up for years. Forgiving someone who hurt you when it seemed impossible to do so. Giving me a dream when it seemed like the only thing that was stopping you from moving forward. I told you to leave something behind, but you didn't want to. It cost you familiar comfort. That wasn't little. That was strong. That moment changed the course of your story before you even knew what was going on. That key let you get to what was safe in heaven for you, saved and ready to be given to you as soon as your hands were ready. You finally reached the place I was guiding you to, my dear child. And now that you have, the release can't be put off any longer. Things are already going well in heaven for you. Doors that seem to be locked for good are now opening wide thanks to power that no one could give. The chains of lack, delay, and limitation that held you back for years have been broken. So have the lies that people who didn't know how valuable you were spoke over your life. Your life has changed in a way that will last for a long time. You've moved from waiting to getting. From times of tears to the happiness that comes with mourning. From being lost in the desert to the promise that has had your name on it since before you were born. You might not understand all of it yet. When I send out blessings, they don't always come with big news. The biggest changes in your life often start out so quietly that you might not even notice them. But the proof is on its way. It will be easy to see. It will be clear to see, real, and impossible to explain away as luck or chance. People will already believe that I have worked in your life. They are going to see it for themselves. As things happen in front of them, they will be amazed. People who didn't believe in you will now know that I had a hand on the life of someone who wouldn't let go of me. I declare that I receive this. If your heart is ready, my beloved child, let me tell you what your persistence has really earned you and what it has really led to. People noticed every time you stayed strong, when it looked like you might fall. Every time you held on, even though everyone told you to give up, and every time you chose faith, even though doubt sounded stronger and more convincing, not only seen, but also written down, an angel looked on in awe. The enemy was shaking. Not because you were strong, because you weren't strong a lot of the time, but because you chose to stay. During those times, you didn't know what was going on. You thought you were just getting by. You thought that today was just going to be another tough day. The truth is that you were getting through it. You were walking in a victory that no one could see yet. You were breaking down spiritual walls that had been in the way of your future for years. Every brave, determined, and beautiful act of faith you've done has planted seeds that are now sprouting into a harvest season like you've never seen before. Your tears, my child, were always worth it. Not a single one. Every tear you hide, I saw every tear you shed in the dark. When no one knew what you were going through, I collected them all because they were valuable. Every tear turned into a prayer. Every sigh turned into a sob. Every sound your spirit made was like a seed being planted in the ground of my storehouse. Those seeds are starting to grow now. The tears that didn't seem to mean anything were watering the ground for the miracles that are coming your way. When you cried by yourself, it felt like heaven was getting closer. Those were the times when the space between our hearts disappeared. When you slept with your tears on your pillow at night, I cried with you and slowly began to find meaning in your pain. Your tears turned into a river, my love. The river is now moving. You will be blessed, healed, and filled with a deep joy that will surprise you because it will come to places where joy seemed impossible before. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. What about the prayers you thought were not heard? The prayers you said over and over until your voice got tired and your faith got weak and you didn't know if your words were making a difference. All of them got to me. I never turned away. I treasured those prayers and kept them in perfect condition, waiting for the right time when the answer would have the biggest effect, do the most good and change things the most deeply. You thought the silence meant I forgot about you, but I planned for it to be quiet. During the silence, I was carefully planning the people, events, and timing so that when the answer came, it wouldn't just come. I knew it would come at the right time and do everything I wanted it to do. That time has come, my child. The quiet is over. The right time of year has come. I am now giving you what you prayed for, what you longed for, and what you kept hoping for even when things looked bad. Not just what you asked for, but more than what you asked for. Beyond your prayers, beyond your dreams, and beyond what your mind could hold. I am the God who does much more than you think or ask for. It warms my heart that you obey without being seen, my beloved. That one time you obeyed even though no one was looking and no one would have blamed you for taking the easy way out. When following the rules cost you something important, valuable, or that you had worked hard to build. Even though it looked good, you resisted the urge to give in. You let go of your anger when it begged you to stay angry. When lying seemed easier, you chose the truth. You stayed faithful even though it seemed like a good idea to leave. You gave even though it cost you. You served when it was too much for you. You loved even when other people turned away from you. All the small things people did to obey became seeds that were planted in holy ground. Those seeds are now coming up through the ground. I will reward you in public for what you did in secret. What you quietly gave up, I will honor in public. In the light of my glory, the obedience you showed in the dark is about to shine. Today, my sweet child, I want you to do something that goes beyond words. My child, pay close attention. Now is the end of the season of delay. With these words, I need to get past your thoughts and into the place where real certainty lives. There is no more silence. There are things going on in heaven right now that you don't even know about. And they are moving quickly. Once hidden behind closed doors, blessings are now being let out. Chains that get in the way of provision have been broken. Things that are in your way are being taken away. Not because you were trying hard or trying to change things, but because I stepped into your story directly and strongly. What was held back is now being given out. What was put off is now moving faster. Answers, provision, healing chances, and breakthroughs are coming so close together that no one who isn't sure about what I'm doing in your life will be able to deny it. My beloved, the blessings will not come in small amounts over time. They'll come in a flood. They'll be all around you. They are going to pass you. They'll be bigger than you thought. It's not just enough for you to get by. I'm letting go of extra. There is so much blessing that there is no room to hold it all. And more is still coming. I'm not just giving you back what was taken from you. I'm adding to it and giving it back more than what was lost. I am not just answering your prayers. Go beyond them. Ask for more than you thought you would. And I will show you a depth of my goodness that you didn't know you were looking for. The sky is wide open over your life. Angels are already working for you because I told them to. The atmosphere around you has changed and you'll start to notice it. Where it was dry before, rain is now coming. Fruit is growing where it didn't look like it could. Songs will be heard where there was silence. It's impossible to stop or deny the blessing I'm giving you. It will change your life. The wheels have already been turned. It won't take a plan from the enemy, doubt, or time to stop what I've said. Because I, the Lord your God, said so. The things I say are proven. Dear child, I want to be more specific about what is being released because I don't want you to only remember a vague promise. You should be able to spot it when it comes. I want you to know what to give and how to handle it. Well, provision is the first blessing I'm letting go of. You have known what it is to lack. You know the fear you feel when you need something and can't see how you'll get it. You have learned how to make little things go further by being determined and in need. You prayed, Lord, will you provide? Late at night when the phone numbers didn't work and the choices ran out. My child, pay close attention. It's the end of the season of barely getting by. I am not a God who enjoys seeing you struggle to stay alive. I am the God who gives according to riches that have no beginning, no end, no limit. and no boundary that can be measured by humans. Help is coming from places you didn't expect it. With favor, doors will open that hard work alone could never get through. Things that were closed will now be open. Things that were dry will start to flow. And when it comes, you'll know it was my hand because it will show up in ways that no one could have planned. But I'm not just restoring provision, my beloved. I'm also making your health better. The hurt you've been through and the sickness you've learned to deal with. You've said those quiet prayers for healing so many times that they have become a part of your daily struggle. I've heard everyone. I've heard all of them. I know what you're going through. The weight is leaving your body. I'm giving your bones strength, your lungs air, and every part of your body that I carefully made for you life. What medical knowledge and human wisdom could not fully fix, my power will fix. Healing will come on quickly, and you'll be surprised at how full it is. Your body and mind will both feel better. Your feelings will become stable from the inside out. Your soul will feel better. Every part of who you are is becoming whole because of me. Spirit, soul, and body all at the same time. A full healing that gets you ready for every blessing I'm about to bring you. State. I think that if you have faith, peace is also coming soon. I heard the prayers you whispered about broken relationships. My sweet child, the ones that were hurt by pain, misunderstanding, pride, or hurtful things that were said for years but not meant. I understand how much you wanted peace in your family. Unity where there was conflict, and the return of someone you loved and lost, but never stopped missing. I'm leaving now. This is how I soften hearts that have grown hard. I'm ashamed of those who fought back. I'm starting conversations that have been shut down for years. Where anger once ruled, forgiveness will flow. There will be words spoken that have been kept silent for years. Wounds that have been hidden by politeness will be brought to light and truly healed. The love that was restored this season won't just go back to how it was before, because it will be rebuilt on honesty and my grace instead of weak human effort. It will get deeper, stronger, and last longer. You will see something that only my spirit can do. Hearts made of stone are changing back into hearts that feel. Relationships that seemed hopeless were fixed with a tenderness and wisdom that clearly shows my mark. And your prayers, the ones you thought went away because you prayed them so many times you lost track. The ones you barely dared to say because hoping lost its power had become painful. I'm now going to answer them. There are not just one or two, but many of them coming at once, like waves hitting the shore before you have time to fully absorb the last one. A lot of good things are coming to where you prayed for them. Clear thinking is coming through where you prayed for direction. Like sunlight after a long storm, barriers are falling where you prayed for progress. Where you prayed for chances, they are now coming your way. I never stopped praying for them. Even the ones from years ago that you thought were over. They were waiting for the time I said I would, which is now. This is my beloved child. I want to talk about what comes next and what it means to fully enter the season. I'm letting go of your life because receiving doesn't mean being passive. It doesn't ask you to strive, perform, or put in a lot of work to prove that you deserve what comes your way. All you have to do is stay close to me. Pay attention to me. Don't look away from the person who gave you the blessing because of how wonderful it is. Some of the reason for the wait was to get your heart ready to receive without letting it control you. To hold blessings with open hands instead of closed fists. This season I'm bringing you into is not the last one. To stay grateful instead of spoiled, humble instead of arrogant, and kind instead of scared. It's the start of a new part of the story that you are still watching. A story that is much bigger and more beautiful than you already think. So, I'm going to tell you what I've been telling you all along from the start. I tried to get your heart to follow me from the first soft whisper that was put into your spirit before you knew whose voice was calling you. Believe me. That is not with a trust that just sits back and watches, but with a trust that keeps its hands open, its eyes open, and its heart ready to receive what I am pouring out. If the blessing comes to you in a way you didn't expect, trust me. Trust me when the road ahead doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. Trust me when time seems to be moving more slowly than you had hoped, or when things start to happen faster than you thought possible. I'm very sure of what I'm doing. I've known all along. God sees both the beginning and the end of your story at the same time, and has never lost sight of your purpose. So, even when things seem to go against each other, they did so safely. Do not forget how important it is to protect what you love this holiday season, my dear child. I've talked about the good things that are going to happen, and they will. They're already on their way. But I need to talk to you about being wise, too. As things grow in your life right now, you need to protect them while they're still young. Care must be given to everything new and soft. You shouldn't tell everyone about every holy gift before it's time. Miracles don't always need people to watch them happen. Being quiet can teach you a lot. It's smart to keep some holy things between our spirits until they are strong enough to stand on their own without being affected by what other people think. It was hard for Joseph when he told people about his dream too soon. Many secret years went by after David was anointed, before he ever sat on the throne. Often this is how my kingdom works. Before the results can be seen from the outside, I work deeply and quietly inside. So wise you are, my love. It's not fear. It's not a lack of faith. It means being able to tell the difference between what is ready to be said and what is still being formed. Keep what I'm building up inside you safe. Keep an eye on the small start of a breakthrough or miracle until it grows into something strong that can't be pulled up and can be seen by everyone. I love you not with a love that depends on how well you do. Don't let love weaken you when you're having a hard time, having doubts, or feeling less than you think you should be. I love you more than heaven itself is full. With a love that has stayed the same through all the seasons of running away. With a promise to help you heal and thrive that can't be taken back in this age or any age to come. You are mine. You've always had. Also, the season I'm bringing into your life isn't a reward for being really faithful. It's what I wanted for you from the moment. I thought about your life becoming real. So, dear child, lift your head. Get rid of the tears that come with the end of a season. Take a brave step into the new with the same strength that got you through the hard times that made you ready for them. One of the most clear parts of your story is about to get better. Proof of my loyalty. The message you carry from this season will make everyone I put in your path stronger. There will be joy for more than just you. It's also for the people whose lives will be changed by your change. Soon you will be blessed in a way that is so clear that your life will speak of my goodness. People will feel hopeful when they look at you. They'll see what I've done for you and start to believe I can do the same for them. This is a gift. You have my precious child in your care. That blessing doesn't just go to you, but also provides for, encourages, and serves as living proof for those who are connected to your story. Be smart about how you carry it. Carry it with humility, gratitude, and the kindness of someone who got a lot more than they deserved and now gives freely without keeping score. Help me prove that I am who I say I am by living your life in order to keep my word. That my saving hand can turn any situation into something beautiful, no matter how long it takes, how bad the pain, or how far gone it is. Beloved, the season has come. The door is open. The blessing is coming in. As these words sink into your heart, the miracle is already happening. There won't be much longer to wait before you see the proof for yourself. Soon, everyone around you will see it, too. You will bear witness with a joy that comes from more than feelings. I believe that my God kept His word. My God has done more than I thought possible. My God has been true to me through every weight, every dark time, and every doubt. My life will never be the same again. Say your amen if you hear this word. Let me tell you again about what's been happening in the world around you that you can't see. I want you to know that these spiritual movements are not just words that mean something unknown. They're real. The realm you can't see is more real than what you can see. Everything in your life is changed by what happens there. When I say a door has opened, I mean that you can now get to places, people, and opportunities that you couldn't get to before. Not because you were not good enough, but because it wasn't yet the right time of year. Access to that information was being kept safe until your life was ready to handle it without getting too busy. Give it some thought about what it means when I open a door. It means that the place beyond it was ready for you before you got there. It means that the chance was already set up. The relationship was already built and the provision was already being made. You'll find that everything you need to do, what I asked you to do, is already there. When you walk through that open door, you're not taking a chance on the unknown. You are moving into something that was known in heaven and is now being shown to you. That's the promise of a door I'll open. Not a brave step into the unknown, but a sure step into something that is already set up for you. You must also trust me when I shut a door. My dear child, I know how painful it is to be behind closed doors. I know how painful it is to reach for something with all your heart and hope only to find that it won't open. In those times, I know what it cost you to keep trusting me, to not let the closed door make you think that there is something wrong with you, that you have been turned down, and that the blessing is for other people, but not for you. I close doors not because I don't like you. They are firewalls and reroutes. They keep you away from places that would have hurt you, made you weaker, or taken you off the path I have carefully laid out. And every time I close a door, I open a better one right behind it. There's a door that leads you right where you were meant to go. You can trust the doors that close just as much as the doors that open. They both come from the same love. I want to talk to you about the new people that are coming into your life, my child. Not the ones who ask you questions or left. I have said many times that I want to fix those relationships, but now I want to talk about the new people, the ones who are moving toward you, but are not yet next to you. They are getting ready for their own times of the year. They are growing as they go through their own hard times and waiting periods. They are becoming the kind of friends you will need for what I am leading you to do. These are the kinds of people who will see what I put inside you and celebrate it instead of taking it away. There are some people who will let you grow and not expect you to know everything right away. People whose skills, goals, and life experiences will fit with yours. Like a puzzle's pieces fit together, not because they have to, but because that's how I plan my kingdom to work in ways that are hard to explain. You have felt lonely. Not just the loneliness of being alone, but also the loneliness of not being seen by other people. Even when you're with them. Being known by name but not really known at heart can make you feel lonely. I felt lonely and I don't deny it. But it's almost over. My love, the time when you felt deeply misunderstood and unnoticed is ending. In its place is a time of connection that lifts your spirit, strengthens your purpose, and daily reminds you that you are known. That's right, my dear. I also want to talk about your purpose, the one and only role you were made to play. The enemy has been telling you this lie over and over again. What you carry is not important enough to matter. That you are not smart enough, skilled enough, well known enough, or polished enough to make a real difference. It's clear that lie is from the enemy because it goes after something I put inside you to help many people. Your purpose is a part of what makes you who you are. Your story, your hurts, your compassion, your ability to see things other people miss, and your voice which can reach some hearts in a way that no other voice can. Some people will only get what they need from you. Not through a more well-known, refined, or sure of themselves person, but through you. The person whose words carry the weight of someone who has found light after going through hard times. This is not a small thing. It's not something you can keep putting off or minimizing. The work I did for you is now complete. People who need what you have are already coming toward you. Now the question is whether you will fully present yourself as you are or the smaller version of yourself that fear has made you present. Take up the room, my love. Use up all the room I set aside for you. Fill it with the unique way you show who I made you to be. Make sure that everyone can hear your voice. Share your gifts without having to say sorry, which has been the norm for too long. There are places in the world that are waiting to hear your voice. So live your life to the fullest of the calling I gave it. You can fully enter this season with hope and faith, and I will continue to do what I have always done. Walk with you. Go ahead of you. Carry what you can't carry alone. Turn problems into opportunities. Straighten paths that are crooked and smooth out rough spots. I will keep loving you, my precious child, with a love that is under your feet, in front of your eyes, and in every good thing in between. This is something I have always done and will never stop doing. This is what I promise. This is what I'm saying over your life. And it's not uncertain, conditional, or based on how well you do, or whether your faith feels strong enough on hard days. My promise is based on who I am, not who you are. My loyalty is based on who I am, not on how well you keep yourself together. And I am loyal. I'm telling the truth. I am the God who has never broken a promise and who has never given up on a child who kept reaching for me even when they couldn't feel my hand. I am the God who makes up for every loss, changes every sorrow, and brings harvest to land that didn't seem like it could grow anything. So, my beloved, move on. Lift your head, keep your hands open, and get your heart ready to go. With the confidence of someone who has heard the voice of the one who made them, move forward, whose words about them are the only ones that really describe who they are and what their future holds. You're loved. You have been picked. You're all set. You're entering the season. I have been there for you through every hard year that made you who you are now. I'm with you, too. I'll be with you always. Not all the time. Not just when you deserve it. Not just when you have a certain amount of faith. All the time. I gave you and will continue to give you a beautiful, holy, and meaningful life. I honor every step you take and every breath you take. Now is the time of year. The blessing is coming in. The miracle is taking place. Please follow me and see what I do. Good morning, beloved. I'd like to talk about transformation again because that word is used so often that its real meaning is dropped. When I say that your life is about to change, I don't mean a small tweak or a change on the surface that doesn't affect anything deeper. I mean real change. It's a renewal that goes all the way to the core of what you and I believe about ourselves and what is possible. Not to yourself, but to the smaller version of yourself you've been living as for too long. This kind of change makes you almost unrecognizable. The change I'm bringing starts inside you. It starts in your mind where your thoughts live. The spot where the same old stories have been told for years. Short stories about your flaws, your worthlessness, and the space between now and where you want to be. It's getting less power to tell those old stories. They are losing their grip even as you read these words. Every truth I say goes into your heart and pushes back every lie. There is no fight between light and darkness. It just shows up, and wherever the light goes, darkness goes away. That's what's going on inside you right now. The truth is moving forward. Lying is taking a step back. Something new is starting to grow in the empty space. Something that comes from the real person I made you. People around you will start to notice this change inside you before you do. The way you live your life will make them notice something different about you. A calm self-assurance that wasn't there before. A level of stability that doesn't depend on other people's approval. People will notice that you don't back down so easily when you're pushed. When someone criticizes you, you don't fall apart. The things that other people say about you don't shape who you are. There will be a deep sense of peace inside you that they will see things that are steady, calm, and safe. They might not know how to explain it, but you will. It's knowing deeply in your mind and in your body that the one who made everything also chose to make you. You have never felt this much freedom before, my beloved, because of this change. The freedom to be who you are without worrying about what other people think of you all the time. You don't have to hide the parts of yourself that you thought were too much, too different, too weak, or too strong in any conversation, place, or relationship. Just be yourself. I made every part of you with a reason. There was no mistake when adding information about you. There should have been no taking away. A lot of the things you've worked so hard to hide are the ones that carry what I wanted to give others through you. What makes you special are your depth, sensitivity, courage, kindness, your ability to laugh and cry deeply, and your choice to face hard truths instead of easy answers. These are gifts. They are beautiful ways that you show me who you are, and the world loses something important when you hide them. So I'll say it again. Come, my dear child. Be who you are in every way. Let the people in your life know the real you, not the version of yourself that you control so much to keep yourself safe. Because you're being honest, the relationships that really matter to you will get stronger. Being in relationships that can't hold the real you just shows that they were never meant to carry the weight of your future. Whatever it takes, don't let anything weaken you. Don't believe the lie that the world needs a smaller version of you more than the honest whole person I made you. I'm almost done with what I want to say to you now, my beloved. But I want to leave you with one thing to think about. It's a simple but powerful truth that can keep you steady when everything else seems wrong. The truth is that I haven't changed. Things could change all around you. Things will get better. People will come and go. A season will start and end. Things that seemed certain before might not seem so sure now, but I haven't changed and I never will. I still love you. I still want you to live the life I planned for you. My goal to heal you, help you grow, and give you the life I planned for you has not changed. I haven't changed at all since yesterday. Because of this, everything I've said to you has the power of something eternal behind it. These words will stay valid. This promise will stay strong. This love is not going to go somewhere else. You are my beloved. You have always been my love. You will always be my beloved, even after the hard times that seem so important right now are over. And I fully understand their point. One day you'll be able to see and fully understand everything that happened on your journey. You'll see that each thread was held together. Everything was known. Everything that seemed to go against each other was part of a plan that was so beautiful that the only thing you can say is a deep grateful amen. You are being led to that day. I'm pulling you toward it. Yes. And I'm in charge of every step between now and then. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COF community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Please go in peace, my dear. Trust what I've said and go straight ahead. Expect to see signs of my goodness everywhere you go. Go with open hands, a willing heart, and eyes full of hope, as if you had heard the Lord's word and chosen to believe it completely. You're loved. People know who you are. You are being held. The best part of your story is still to come. Things have changed. The time of year has changed. The best is about to happen and it's on its way now. Do not take back what I have said, my beloved. I have spoken it. Have faith. Rest in my peace and watch what I do. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the word by heading to the site. Right now you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step, your abundance awaits. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens.